So just a couple of things that I want to share with you guys to keep up on what's going on with the Scarab and Scarab in general. We started using F11 now because I was using some other products, and you just use way too much of it. And I wanted to try something new, so I'm using F11 top coat on all my side-by-sides and my boat now, and I definitely dig it. So if you haven't tried F11 yet and you're looking for something to keep your boat looking nice, check it out. I mean, you can just spray it on and wipe it off. You don't have to buff for hours. You just put it on. You get that mirror finish, and it just builds up over time. It gets better and better. So use my F11 link down below. Kind of helps the channel out a little bit. So we appreciate you guys watching, and thanks a lot, guys. So check out F11. But I went and looked on the forum, and some of the things that people were talking about on the forum is that in this wet storage, we got our stuff in here. This is where we keep our shoes and these mats, so we don't get this dirty. But actually, this is pretty durable, so you don't have to be so careful trying to keep it clean, because it actually comes pretty clean easily. So one of the things that people were talking about is this little drain in here, and they say that it doesn't drain, and it doesn't. So people were talking about that. They didn't like that. So I had that same type of drain in my Renell, and they didn't drain very well either. But this is like a back wet storage, so I'm actually okay with this water not draining into the transom or into the bottom of the boat anyway, because I don't need that extra water in there anyway. So far, when I pull my plug out at the end of the day, I haven't had any water come out, so it doesn't leak. Actually, there was a lot more water in here a minute ago, so apparently it does drain out. One thing I really do like about these is I definitely dig these hinges that are on here. I like these hinges because the way they bend, they don't rip the screws out. My old boat had regular hinges, and every time there was a screw into fiberglass, it would just rip that out. So those are nice hinges on there. So one of the things I wanted to let you guys know about is one of my speakers blew out, and they were kind of a cheesy kicker system, and they were like the marine gray one, kind of ugly. So I went and bought some different kickers. They're not marine, but they're about half the price, so even if I get them wet or something, I'll just go buy another one. But that's what I do with my old boat. I just put regular Pioneers in it, and they sounded way better, and I never had a problem with it anyway. So that's one thing, is I did replace all the speakers on it. Hopefully you can see the speakers a little bit better. So we got a couple shots of this just driving around on the water. Can't use the drone out here pretty much anymore because it's really hot, or I can't use it on Lake Mojave. I updated my 4th light, and the whole area is a no-fly zone, so I won't be having any more videos on Lake Mojave, but I can still do the river. So when it cools down, we'll get some more good aerial footage. I definitely want to get some video of going over the Sandbar, because that looks pretty cool. A new spot that we found last time we were out here. I do have some video of that from the last time, so I'll put that in here. What's up, guys? We're out here at Pirates Cove for the weekend, so check this out. The water's pretty high, which I expected it to be low, but there it is. So here we are, man. gonna spend a couple days here and then move to Laughlin. It's kind of hot, so I won't be able to get any drone footage. The thing overheats as soon as I turn it on, so I'm trying to be quiet because it's like early. It's still like 6 in the morning, but it's definitely beautiful. First time I've left my boat in a slip overnight. That's kind of weird, to say the least. Hoping it's still there. I was hoping it's still floating, hoping nobody touched it. But there she is. We had the issue with the chip in the impeller, so we got that out when there's no problems with it. But just want to kind of recap what we did. We ran them with one engine, and I guess you're not really supposed to do that at above 15 miles an hour. It's really weird because the manual says not to tow it, but we didn't tow it. We drove it, and they don't differentiate from towing or actually driving it. But basically, you're not supposed to tow above 15 miles an hour. So I'm assuming you're not supposed to drive above 15.5 miles an hour without clamping a hose off of the exhaust manifold. So, but I've checked everything out. I've checked in the oil for any kind of water, and plus it started right up afterwards. So I think if I'd got any kind of water intrusion, it wouldn't have started as easy as it did. So I guess we got lucky on that one. The water's pretty high over there, so I'm gonna put on the beach, but you got to be careful because it's gonna drop. So when you anchor, I'm gonna anchor out with a bungee and then put a rope on the front, because if you just leave it on the front, the water will drop down and we'll get stuck there on the beach. So I don't want to do that. So hang on, let's move it over there. It's really glassy out here today, this morning I should say. Check it out. So we're out here at the Sandbar. Kind of cool. Like 2 feet of water all around here. All around there. Still early, so people barely getting here. Another thing that's on the forum is the windshield. And it seems like to me it's worse when it's hot. Like it's 116 degrees or something like that, 113 degrees right now. So it's definitely blazing. But when it gets hot, the clips for the windshield don't catch it anymore. And that's something that they were saying on the forum, and it's never come open on me. The window's pretty heavy, but I'm gonna do something about it because I don't like that it's not clipped. I'll either extend these little clips right here or put like a snap on a piece of fabric or something, kind of like what's on the front. So I'll probably put something like this on there, put something like that on there so I don't have to worry about it. And other than that, that's all of the stuff that's new on it. I didn't get a chance to film much today. We filmed a little bit a couple weeks ago when we were here, but I just didn't like any of the video, so I didn't put it out. So I'll probably clip some of that stuff in here on this video. Thursday on the river. There's nobody out here. It's kind of nice. I got to spend a little bit of time on a couple of Yamahas lately. I looked at one, and then my friend came out here. I think it's windy. So my friend came out here that I haven't seen in a while. What's up, Ryan? He brought his out, and it's a sweet Yamaha, pretty nice. In fact, I like the color scheme a lot that he had. I hadn't seen one like that before. But his tower, because of how they attach right here where the screw goes in this way instead of sideways like that way, it puts a lot of stress right here on the gel coat, and his gel coat was cracked right here, and on the other side there was a gap. I I didn't get pictures of it this time because I just met up with him and haven't seen him in a while, and he had his family on there, so I didn't want to just go sticking my camera in there, and I don't want to make it look like I was picking his boat apart. But you know, I kind of picked this thing apart. Anything that happens, I'm going to tell you guys, because you know I'm being honest about it, and you know, tell you everything that happens, good, bad, or ugly. So that's what this channel is all about. It doesn't matter whether you have a Yamaha or a Scarab or an old Sea-Doo or whatever, you know, it doesn't matter. You're on the water, and that's the main thing. So the reason why we got the Scarab are the same. You know, we like this, that we can lay down in here. I do like the tower better, and now you'll never convince me that this tower isn't better. And just other things like that. And I just want to let you guys know everything's still going okay with it. I'm still having a blast with it. Unfortunately, the season's, it's coming soon, so a couple months and we'll be done for this season, which is a bummer. I'm hoping we're actually going to make it out here until about October, middle of October. I think last year we were able to do that, so hopefully we'll get a couple more trips out of it. We definitely have another week coming up, so we'll film some stuff on that. So this is what you do when boaters in trouble, is you help boaters out. So this is what we're doing. Never leave a boater behind. A little footage of us going by the casino and the hotels, but I didn't have my stabilization on, so it didn't come out as smooth as some of my other videos. So hopefully I'll find something good out of it, but check it out. We launched at the riverside, which is right there, and it's that's a pretty sketchy ramp, to say the least. Not for you beginners. Hold off on that one.